Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. We are reacting to another episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This is Season 7, Episode 4. It is called Out of the Past. And judging on that title, I'm guessing they're jumping a little farther into the future than, 1955 last time? So, who knows where they'll go this time. Will Sousa still be with them? Or is he just like a one-time thing? I don't know. Before we jump into it, please consider leaving a like on the video and please consider subscribing. That helps so much. Now, what happened last time on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Yeah, so last time they jumped to 1954, 55, New Mexico, I think it was, to stop the Chronicoms from using this, what was it, the Helion or Hydron or helium something, to like detonate and make a crater and kill all the like brain trust of early S.H.I.E.L.D. And Sousa was there. They were pretending to be Peggy Carter and he saw through it immediately. I thought that was really funny. I think overall he had a pretty solid appearance and it was good seeing him on the show again. I really like that actor and I like the character. I don't like him with Peggy because you know, I'm a Captain America fan at heart, so I was always rooting for that relationship, even though it like wasn't possible. Whatever. They ended up stopping him. May had some like PTSD attack. Like she could not handle whatever was going on. Yo-Yo still can't use her powers. What else? Oh, Daisy was still like continuing on her like, how do I explain it? She's continuing on this idea that she was right about killing Freddy or trying to kill Freddy. And she's still trying to get other people on board being like, no, like now all the people that die because of Hydra, that's on us. And it's like, no, Daisy, do you not get it? All those people will still die if you kill Freddy, and then even more people, because the ramifications throughout history of doing that is just insane. Like, you're an idiot in this situation. And she's still trying to say she's right. So that's a bummer for her, but, you know, hopefully she figures out what's what. I got no idea what's gonna happen next. I assume they'll jump somewhere, or maybe they'll just stay the same place. I want us to see Fitz. There's only, 13 episodes total of this season, and we're already on episode 4 and haven't seen Fitz yet. So that's gonna be an issue if they keep going throughout the season without Fitz being there. Like, was there some sort of like behind the scenes issues or something where he couldn't be around for filming, or like what's the deal with this? Because Fitz is, in my opinion, the best character in the show. So I want to know what's going on with him. But yeah, otherwise, let's jump into this episode. Please consider leaving a like on the video. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more. Let's get after it. Ooh, it's gray.
It's fate.
Is this like a Noir episode? What if they had this whole episode in black and white?
I thought I shook you. And then your story ends. Sometimes the hero has to die, and there's nothing you can do about it.
What? If Sousa dies, that's gonna be a total bummer.
That day started in a fog.
Be a hostile.
July 22nd, 1955. That was the day that made Daniel Sousa a legend. His final mission, he delivered a groundbreaking S.H.I.E.L.D. device to Howard Stark, kept it from falling into Russian hands, and then he was killed. This was the day Daniel Sousa became the first fallen agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He was the first one to die?
I had to cook up a story to get things on track.
Phil Coulson.
Fortunately, I'd already
Just
read
tell
this
the
one
truth.
in the history books. Name's not important. What's important is I'm your contact. Remember I kept telling you what a fan I was? Now you want to play 20 questions? Or should we get this package to Howard Stark? Maybe the mention of Stark sold him, or maybe he heard the clock ticking. There was only one number I knew to dial.
Oh, is it the bar with Enoch? Please. Enoch, baby, where you at? You can't bore Enoch.
You are a paying customer. I am a bartender. It is your right to share and have me listen to your personal tale of misery.
What a goober.
The Crazy Canoe. Agent Coulson. Such a pleasure to hear your voice after 2 decades.
After
Did you find a spot to
2
hide out?
decades.
As am I. But it will be a longed-for privilege to leave behind the S.H.I.E.L.D. safe house and rejoin you.
Sorry, Enoch. We'll have to link up with you later. Right now, I'm hoping you have a way
Come
to get a message
on.
to the Zephyr. It's urgent.
I can do better than that.
In the 50s, were women allowed to drive?
Yes, of course. Why
Yeah.
don't you?
I'm sorry, I don't know. I mean, we were just in the 30s and they were really stylish, but it was so sexist and racist. But the 50s, though, they're still pretty sexist and racist.
Yeah,
It always gets
that's
better
very
if
accurate,
someone
Deke.
fast enough. We're the agents of status quo.
Sounds like you don't agree with it.
Sounds like you do.
Yeah, Yo-Yo and Daisy, though, have always been the ones who, like, don't think about the overall big picture. They just go with their heart and screw things up. They're always, it's either one or the other who's always just getting in fights, doing the wrong action, killing people when they're not supposed to. I'm like, come on. No, never mind, just dead body. Scratch what I said. That's a bad... Oh, that's the guy that killed Sousa at the beginning of the episode. Were they in the mob or something?
Doesn't look so
Or they're Russians?
The good news was the package was now in S.H.I.E.L.D.'s possession. The bad news? Deke wasn't.
Yeah.
The Crazy Canoe.
Enoch, it's Yo-Yo.
The Crazy Canoe.
I am pleased word of my presence has gotten out. Perhaps your call indicates it's time for me to join the team.
He,
Connect you to the Zephyr
he
right
wants
now.
to join the team so
Happy
bad.
to connect you.
And he's just a glorified operator. It's that guy a Russian
Where's my
spy.
guy? I was waiting
No.
for the signal. Hat over his face.
You just took some random guy's briefcase. Come on. That's the real spy. What is that?
There she is.
That's it.
So? Wow. It is incredible, isn't it?
Is it?
The heck, May?
We need to track down Sousa.
Why are you being weird all the time? Quit it.
Want to buy a drink for a lonesome gal?
Same for the lady.
Very concerned.
You're too kind.
Yeah, she's a spy.
My pleasure.
Get out of here with that crap.
Traveling alone.
Leave the bottle.
So what takes you to Los Angeles?
Is she a Chronicone?
Business, but not show business.
Chronicone?
Better we can't say the same.
We know this is the day that he dies, killed later tonight at a hotel in Los Angeles. But all we had to do was make one call, and he dies right now.
Oh, and that lady,
Just one little piece of advice.
your maid lady, he got you.
You need to work on your acting. You thought you'd be fetching enough that...
Let's go, Sousa, all day, you crippled son of a gun. Alright, well,
May I cut in?
yes, Daisy, let's go.
You again.
Told you we're the good guys.
We need to take a little walk outside.
Seeing my team was a relief.
Pretty slick. Never seen a plane on top of a train before. Or...
She not like human contact? What's going on, May? She doesn't know where she is.
Who? May?
She doesn't know who she is.
Simmons. I'm fine.
No, you're not. This is clearly some bad juju happening right now. And you need to get her fixed.
You gotta know how she feels.
Stop letting her go into the field and do stuff.
So you have the package? I think S.H.I.E.L.D. has been infiltrated by Hydra.
Yeah.
Wait, what? How do you know that?
Yep.
Classified. But we're familiar with Hydra.
That's when it hit me. Sousa wasn't killed by the Russians. He was going to expose Hydra's presence within S.H.I.E.L.D., so they took him out. Who else knew about your meeting with Dr. Noir? Back to
Freddy.
1955.
What it do, son? Is that Jude Law?
The name's Wilfred.
No,
Why
it's
don't
not.
you tell me who you are?
That guy looks like
You
Jude Law.
sure don't look like a scientist.
How does he not
It had
recognize
been
him?
2 decades, so Malik didn't recognize Deke. Maybe that would help Deke stay alive.
I don't look like a scientist because I'm a salesman. But it seems like your man here screwed up pretty bad, which is surprising considering the square jaw, broad shoulders, lack of any smile. You wouldn't think he'd be so incompetent. Looks like the boss is a little unhappy with you, but that's...
Ooh. Freddy! Deke, man, you just got a guy killed. Granted, he was a bad dude, but...
Nobody's gonna miss a third-rate hoodlum. Just like nobody's gonna miss a toaster salesman.
Right, okay, so about the salesman part, that may have also been a lie.
Deke's been taken there. And they just...
Malik is just a piece of it. If you expose him right now, they'll just go deeper underground.
Then I'll follow them there. Hydra took a lot of good people from me.
Yeah?
This is a fight I'll wage alone if I have to. I'll give my life for it.
See,
A great
they're
reporter
kind of on
said
the same side, but like
past was
Sousa, he doesn't have the
Deke
knowledge.
could now attest to that.
So like him acting on it is just a present day person trying to root out Hydra, where because he wouldn't know what the future holds. Daisy does, which is why she's in the wrong.
It was the year my life began. You delivered a serum. I helped you do it.
This is Deke. Hello, is anyone there?
Impossible. I get that a lot. Kept my luck, so go hard on the vegetables.
Go hard on the vegetables. Yeah, that guy's got a cocky little dumb little face. Shoot that guy on the right.
The crazy canoe.
Enoch! Buddy, it's Deke. How the hell?
I'll connect you.
He's the only one that wanted to talk to
You
Deke.
would be the best friend that I have.
Hey, that position's
Or
filled.
true, a friendship that I am alone in this world as I have always been.
Hey, guys.
No.
Deke, it's a matter.
We're never gonna guess who I just saw.
Wilfred Malik.
Okay, or you will guess correctly.
Deke, sit tight for this one.
So are you gonna collect Deke?
Johnson.
Are you gonna collect Enoch? Like, don't tell me you leave Enoch there.
Right after we set off the gas canisters, I felt trapped. I couldn't breathe.
That was the first time you felt afraid?
It was the first time I felt anything since the healing chamber.
May, do you feel anything now?
Worried and concerned.
And now?
she's feeling other people's emotions.
You're not being overwhelmed by your own emotions. You're feeling
Everyone else's.
the people you touch, on the base, running around you.
Yeah, bumping into me, feeling trapped.
What the
and
frick?
Simmons and an overwhelming urge. I felt the need to what?
To kill.
To run.
Well, probably should have kept a better eye on him.
Say hello to Howard.
Will do.
I thought I shook you.
It's the good guys. It was the good guys. That was Coulson.
Sousa completed his mission, died a hero. Just like what's in the history book.
Yeah, that's not how it happened. I knew it.
Obviously, the answer to the question, could we get to him before his killer,
I thought I shook you.
was yes. This will make sense later. Maybe.
They tranked him.
Turns out being an LMD has its perks, like taking two in the back without a fuss.
I'm happy that they saved Sousa though.
And being able to spend some time underwater.
Excellent work, boys. Excellent work. Proud of you.
You got here fast.
We flew here as soon as we heard.
Where the usual guy?
Day off.
All right. Just get the body out of there before we're all sold.
I saw some behind-the-scenes pictures of
It's gonna be quite a
Gemma
hangover.
and Daisy
It felt good to dry out.
in their uniforms.
It felt good to be back on the plane. It was going to feel even better when my system was restored.
How's that?
Yeah. Collect Enoch. Come on.
Well, maybe next time we have the chance to change it. We do.
Amen.
You guys gotta stop making plans behind people's backs that are gonna F the timeline.
He's a Chronicom, though. So he'll be wherever we're headed to next. Which I hope is home.
Yeah, but you're not taking in his feelings into account. He doesn't like just chilling. Is Sousa part of the team now? Please tell me Sousa's part of the team. Welcome to the future, Susie boy.
Future Shield. We're in a fight against body-snatching robots from another planet who want to wipe us out and take the Earth. The melting man you saw was one of them.
Why didn't you leave it?
Do I really have to answer?
You'd be surprised what I've seen.
Yeah, Sousa's seen some weird stuff.
You're dead.
I don't feel so hot, but I know I'm not dead.
Well, history says you are. You were shot after delivering that gadget. We didn't change history. We just took you out of it, faked your death. You're alive, literally, but to anyone not on this plane, you were killed at that hotel. I'm sorry. Welcome to life after death. I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah. He knows all about
This
it.
plane, it's how you... When are we?
I'm trying to figure that out.
It doesn't just tell you. Just music. What frick. Friggin' A. Okay, so first off, there's at least one huge development is Sousa is alive and part of the team. Yes, like if you can't have Enoch, I actually, as much as I like Enoch, I like Sousa better. Like I am overall more satisfied that Sousa is alive and part of the team than I would have been if he had died and they collected Enoch. But also, go back and collect Enoch. You'd think because he's a robot that he doesn't have emotions. Fitz will be able to tell you this man has emotions. Like, he doesn't want to spend 50 plus years chilling in this stupid bar while you guys are off frolicking trying to save the world. Like, Enoch just wants to be part of the team. He wants to be useful. He wants to help Leopold Fitz out. Like, come on, man. Just, freaking A. Let's look at whatever happened. So the first thing I want to say about this episode, I really like how it was kind of like a genre episode of like, of the, what am I trying to say? It was in Noir, like it was a Noir episode, so it was all in black and white, which I thought was really, really cool. And they explained it away well, as dealing with Coulson. So at the end of last episode, when it zoomed in on Coulson's eye and it like changed from blue to gray, you know, I thought maybe some malfunction happened with Coulson and he's gonna be like a bad guy or like reset to basic mode. And essentially what it did is it it made him like Noir mode. So he sees everything in black and white, gray essentially, and then he had like an internal monologue going throughout the entire episode, and it made the whole thing Noir, which I thought worked really well. There were a few ongoing storylines. So the dilemma that the team has between like what are they allowed to change in the past and what aren't they allowed to change, because you know Daisy, she had the qualms and stuff about killing Freddy, and everyone's pissed at her because she's trying to kill Freddy, and it's like, that's what the Chronicoms are trying to do. You're doing their job for them, like stop. And then she kind of puts that onto Deke a little bit, and he's like, I don't want to be that guy. But she did plant the seed in his head of like, you know, if there are things you can do in the past to fix this, you should do it. And then he runs into Freddy later on, and he sees him kill a guy, and he has a talk with Yo-Yo about how the past sucks and there are things that they theoretically could do to fix it. And I think all that leads to him at the end when he's talking with Yo-Yo and they're like, hey, if we see an opportunity to fix something, let's fix it. And none of them, they're not thinking about the future. Like, you cannot change the things that have happened. It'll F everything. Like, even like theoretically, like even the act of fixing that thing in the past removes that thing from the timeline, and then it's a paradox, because if it's never happened in the timeline, then you never have the ability or desire to fix it. Like it just, they're creating paradoxes and effing the timeline, and they need to stop. Now people may be like, oh yeah, but they saved Sousa. Technically they didn't change the timeline with Sousa. They, you know, in the timeline Sousa died, and they made it so that in the timeline Sousa still died. They just took him out of it and brought him to the future with. So like that doesn't affect the timeline at all. That's fine. But everything that Daisy and now Deke and Yo-Yo want to do is just, it's gonna screw things up and it's gonna create conflict, and they don't think that far ahead. Like, come on. It's always Yo-Yo and Daisy doing it too. Like when Yo-Yo killed what's her face, the Destroyer of Worlds, Dove Cameron's character. What was her name? When Yo-Yo killed her, or when Daisy does really anything. Like they're both two hot-headed people that just make decisions, and they don't think about the overall consequences of what they're doing. Like they don't think past that action. And it's so frustrating watching both of them like just do stuff and seeing other characters somewhat develop and attach onto their ideologies, it's like, oh my gosh, just stop it. But yes, hyped that Sousa's alive. He does not contradict the timeline in any way now because historically he still died. And I like how they did it, you know. I was saying maybe turn him into a Chronicom. They just had Coulson impersonate him. That assassin guy sucks. Like, that guy's a horrible assassin. Like, just shoots the dude in the back. Does not even think to make sure that he shot the right guy. He's just like, oh, man in a coat, you're dead. doesn't look, doesn't flip him over and be like, oh man, I just killed the wrong guy. I just killed the fake scientist. This isn't Sousa. And it's like, oh man. And then now, what's the robot is in still in the past, and he's gonna F things up and change the timeline, and things are gonna get even weirder when they're, what are they, in the 70s or 80s now, probably. That's gonna be crazy. Freaking A. Speaking of robots stuck in the past, like, go get Enoch right now. You are gonna have to do some serious apologizing to this man. Like, I think the whole team is just operating on the idea that, like, oh, he's a robot, he's fine, like, he can just wait it out. Enoch doesn't want to just wait it out. He's like, multiple times in this episode, he's like, are you coming to get me? Please come collect me. And they're like, nah, dude, later. In 30 years, we'll come get you. It's fine. And it's like, this man does not enjoy being in this bar. He freaking hates talking to this fat dude. This sucks for him. Like, they just think they aren't taking him into account and how he feels about things. But all you gotta do, ask Fitz. This man has emotions, and he feels betrayed by his friends right now. Like, how he views it is like they don't care that he's not there. Like, he's not useful to them anymore. And he's just a thing. And he's not just a thing, he's Enoch. Just go get him. That's such a bummer. What else? May's situation. So she has been super creepy and weird. You know, she's been doing weird stuff the whole season. And one added dynamic to that, doesn't necessarily explain everything, because she's still being kind of weird, is that she is like feeling other people's emotions. So like anytime she's touched someone, she's like felt what they're going through, like the people panicking in the base, and then Sousa wanting to run, Gemma being concerned for her, or giddy over the tech. Like, she's, I don't know if she like developed some sort of powers, or if it's just like some weird thing that should not be happening. But they're definitely gonna have to keep an eye on that. I don't know if they should allow her to go into the field and do stuff, because then anytime she touches someone, she'll take on their emotions. So if someone's freaking out, she'll touch them, and then she'll start freaking out. And like, that could be used as a positive, but more than likely it will be a negative, which I don't think they can allow that to happen. Yeah, I don't know. What else went down? Yeah, Deke was kidnapped, but he's fine again. I wonder if the train they used in this episode was the same train from season 1, if you remember that one. I mean, most interiors of trains look fairly similar, so it totally could have been a different train, but something tells me ABC doesn't just have an abundance of trains on set that they can use. Sousa is taking being in the future like incredibly well. Like, he is not freaking out at all. I mean, he's probably seen some crazy stuff. Like, we saw him see weird stuff in Agent Carter. So he's not like, the existence of some of this crazy stuff is not like mind altering to him. Like, a normal person would be like, I'm in the future, like freaking out. But he's like, okay, I've seen some messed up stuff. This is kind of just like another messed up thing on the agenda. I may have already said this, but I liked the transition of when it went from from like gray and talking to himself to back to color, and that was really, really nice. Like, and it went back to the reason why it was happening. I like how they kind of tied that back all into itself. That was really nice. Still no Fitz. Like, they're not even talking about Fitz. Like, what is going on? Like, there's no side thing of like showing Fitz in the future tinkering or doing some other thing. So he's either dead or like something is going on. Like, we know Gemma is not an LMD, or a Chronicom or whatever you want to call it. She's not a robot because she didn't get knocked out from the EMP last episode. So maybe they did something with the healing chamber to keep her young or whatever, or something's up with Fitz. Like, what is going on with that whole situation? They haven't explained that yet, and I hope they start to, because what, there's four episodes out of 13 without Fitz, so almost 25% of the last season just doesn't include one of your main characters who's like the best actor on the show. Like, come on. I cannot deal with Gemma and Fitz just constantly being separated. Like, please just be nice to them and let them be together. Like, if they go the entire season without Fitz and it's like the last episode, they're like, oh yeah, Fitz is dead, I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah, gosh, I don't know what else I have to say. I just rambled a lot. Please don't hate me for that. This show is still so good. Like, if you compare this show to, even at its worst, this show is still better than average episodes of like CW shows. CW shows can have some incredible episodes that rival some of the better episodes of S.H.I.E.L.D., but when this show is at its best, it is so freaking good, and even its bad episodes are better than the average CW episodes. So, if you know people who haven't watched this show, make them watch this show. Like, it is in their best interest. Thank you. That's all. That's all I have. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you like it even more than that. Yeah, look out for more episodes in the future. I'm a little behind. These episodes come out on Wednesdays or Thursdays on Hulu, and I've been posting these like almost a week late, so I'm sorry about that. Work is a little annoying. Haven't had a ton of time, but other than that, I will catch you guys next week. Peace.